Hello, good morning. My name is Rudolph Okonkwo. Welcome to another episode of our show, your show, Have Your Say 247. This is when we give our audience opportunity to get involved in the conversation going on around Africa, especially Nigeria. Today we have a very, very big show. You make it big by your participation. We are going to talk about the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. We're expecting that he will announce that he's running for president in this coming week. But today he was upstaged by Mazi Rotimi Amechi, the former governor of River State, who announced that he's running for president in Port Harcourt today. So it's a very, very busy day. We are also going to talk about the situation in Anambra State, where you have the new governor, Governor Charles Soludo, dealing with some elements of the Biafran struggle, who are insisting on stay at home and dealing with the so-called unknown gunmen. We want to hear from people in Anambra State on their view on what is going on and whether the governor is taking the right steps. Some people are saying that he should concern himself with governance, that he shouldn't be involved in start with dealing with the issues of the unknown gunmen and all the other matters. So we are going to hear from you on that. We're also going to look at the PDP, where they are fighting over the issue of zoning the presidency. We have Governor Wike in River State, running for president, while you have Abubakar Atiku trying to be president again. In fact, I read a statement from Atiku where he was making an argument that, if the presidency is zoned to the east, southeast, he will quit. But as long as it's zoned to the south, it's not fair because the south produced Goodluck Jonathan and so there's a lot of arguments going on out there. We want to hear your view about these things, so you can join us and then we can have the conversation. In the meantime, let me play a little bit of what Rotimi Amechi said today when he declared that he's running for president.
They don't push the Mumu to do it.
This is crazy.
They don't push the Mumu to do it.
This is the end of him.
I'll make sure you're finished. This man is finished. To declare Guinea. It's finished now. They have finally pushed him to declare.
They cannot withstand.
Okay now.
The cloud of Tinubu.
The game don't start now.
It is now. You see the pressure will be on Kanachi.
The game don't start. My God have answered my prayer. Because I pray that this man should declare so that he will know the kind of people Nigerians are. A fucking failure. Mumu man. Go and resign from that office job. Make another person take over. You see how to be a jobless man. His compound will be dry. All this cloud is here, you know, go see him again. It's a failed man.
All right, that was a colorful commentary by regular Nigerians like you and I, who are observing these issues going on and making their views known to the world. That's why we have this show. We want to hear your views. We want you to join and make your views known to the world. Amechi joining is a very interesting dynamic he's been denying that he's interested in running for president, but obviously right now he came out to announce that he's running. We've always known that he's interested. And that brings up a very critical, according to the commentary by that lady, the game is set. So when you have Amechi on one side, you have Rotimi here, you have the vice president. It will be very interesting to know who will emerge as the person that will win the nomination and what that means, because the outcome may lead to, as some people suggest, the split of the party, the APC, which is the ruling party in Nigeria. Also, like I said, the events in Anambra State is of interest to people around the country, because the continuation of the trial of Nnamdi Kanu meant that there are splits within the Biafran movement on how to handle that. So we also want to talk about that. But before, as we get our people ready to join us in the conversation, I want to play a little bit of what Governor Soludo said yesterday, I believe, in Aguata, where some unknown gunmen went and set the local government council on fire. So let's hear Soludo.
Between Glazer and the forces really got to the criminal camp between Glazer and Oboji. And that's a camp in which they continue to operate unhindered. And for the first time, they have been there for more than a year, or more than even 2 years, that we've been getting reports that they were operating from there. They came from there unhindered and attacked and men, kidnapped, raped, burned places. For 2 years, they operated from there. But like we said, Anambra is determined to restore peace in our land. Peace and security must reign in our land. And so yesterday, they were smoked out from there, the camp destroyed, and I think as they were fleeing from the place, cowardly now decided to come and set ablaze the local government. But thank God that the police came in on time and also smoked them out from here. As we've quite said, and we've said it over and over, we've offered olive branch to all those who are in the bush to come out, surrender your guns, and we'll help to rehabilitate you to play critical roles in the development of Anambra, the southeast, and Nigeria. And but those who refuse to take that option and decide to continue with their criminal activities from the bush, various bushes around, we can only say one thing to them, and that is that they cannot cow the people. Anambra will take back their land. And the point is that majority of the people doing this, the statistics so far, the people are arrested, 85% of them come from one of the states in the southeast, another 15% from another state in the southeast. It's really our people doing this to themselves. Common criminals. You just get into the bush. From the things recovered from the criminals, from the camps, it's quite evident they are common criminals. With a register of those that they kidnapped, how much they paid, balance remaining, and so on and so forth, the date they kidnapped and how, various vehicles of stolen items, and of course as they arrived there, they had even taken delivery. They just took delivery of food items and so on and so forth. And the place with all kinds of stuff, shrines and so on and so forth. They are not our people. That's not us. And this one too shall pass. Peace and stability must return in Anambra. Peace and stability must return in the southeast. We cannot tolerate all of this. What my message to them is that take the olive branch and come out. Surrender your gun and we'll help you gain a useful life. But if you choose criminality, anyone in the bush with a gun is a criminal. Anybody in the bush with a gun is what? A criminal. And will be treated as such. There will be no hiding place anymore in Anambra. If you want to operate camps, if you want to do this, where you kidnap people and do that, you better find space elsewhere. Because if you fail to take the olive branch, we will come after you. And no amount of burning or whatever will cow the people.
All right. So welcome back. This is a very interesting day in the life of Nigerian political dispensation, this current election. A lot of things are going on. All the pieces on the board are moving, and we want to look at what's going on and who is where, who is up and who is down. Of course, we still have issues of insecurity in most parts of Nigeria. We are going to address those issues too. But I have a usual friend of the show joining us from, how can I forget, Atlanta. Ovie, welcome to the show.
From Virginia.
Oh, you're in Virginia. What? No. Did you move? No, you're in Virginia. Where in Virginia?
I also where's that? I'm on something Williamson is on it's a resort on it's a vacation resort
Okay.
on the west side of Virginia.
So you're on vacation, or what are you doing there?
I hustle.
Okay, very good, very good. I don't need to know more. I don't need to know more.
I walk.
Yeah, I understand. Welcome to the show. So we framed today's show that we are going to start by talking about the vice president. From all indications, things are looking up that this coming week he will declare for president. But once again, he's been offstaged by Rotimi Amechi, who came out yesterday or today, I think it's today, to say that he's running for president. Well, let's go back to the vice president. The question we were posing online was about what argument is he going to make as to why he is the candidate to vote for within their party. We're talking about primaries now, as against Bola Tinubu. How is he going to present his candidacy without making it look like he thinks that Tinubu is not the right person to go for the presidency?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't envy him at all at this point. It's. But within the party, I think that's where his weak point actually lies. I mean, he has no grip of any faction, it's more or less. I think Tinubu not putting him forward for that position. No, he saw it coming. The man, experienced man, why they pushed him rather than Babatunde or that. So he knows that, of course, there's no way he can have a chance against him when it comes to the party within the delegates now. Whether we like it or not, it's not money. It's all about the Benjamin, as they say back in America. So, and he doesn't have that. Yeah, you ask a good question. What will he use to convince them that he's been there for is a vice president for 8 years, which is pretty much. Who cares about the office of the vice president anyway? It's pretty much, and this administration didn't fit well to put him, expose his, hide his capacity in a way, but rather giving him some flimsy activities and things that doesn't make sense, like traders' money and all that, just to ridicule his chances. I mean, they know why they are all doing that. They know it's going to please against him. So, and one of the biggest mistakes he made by firing, what's his name? Baba Terry. That is a rookie move. That is out of, that's to tell you that he's a novice. He doesn't understand the politics.
Yeah, but some people are pointing at that as a sign that he will be a strong leader if he should become president.
That is a rookie mistake. That is, politically, that is something they know. They pushed him. If Baba Cherry were still in that position up to today, what do you think that would be the chances of Tinubu as it is now? Because he would have been the favorite person to run as running mate, as a Christian from the north. You understand? They know why what's his name, the Attorney General and the rest push him to do that. There's a setup, but as I said, now novice. He went ahead and that's a big mistake on his own part in terms of how are you going to convince the delegates now that you can actually stand on your own. So it's but to me the biggest take for me here is the Yoruba nation, if I may use that word.
Okay, what's it?
with all the bragado, intelligence, we know this thing, blah, 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 and all that, how they go allow Tinubu, a man that an average Yoruba man no like him politically. His popularity is out of hatred and whatever against him is valid. But under their watch, the man was able to put everybody in a bottle hole, put them on a choke hold. Because nobody you mention in Yoruba land today, potential president who has presidential capability without a Tinubu maker. How would they allow that to happen?
I don't understand you. What do you mean by how they allow that to happen?
As it is today, mention 3 Yoruba origin that are capable of going for that seat. As it is today, mention them.
Oh no, Fire, for instance, could run.
Without Tinubu influence or touch.
Yeah, but it's not.
How would they allow that to happen? But they don't like the man himself.
Yeah, but in politics, you don't. You see all the presidential candidates, for instance, they all go to see Babangida. I don't think they like Babangida. It's part of the political game.
That I am narrowing it down to that particular Southwest.
Yeah.
The same as the intellectual, blah blah, and all that.
Yeah.
How?
No,
look at the northern counterpart. Say, okay, presidential candidates. Every nooks and cranny of North, you can see people who are distinct and different without say, oh, there is any link between them. Nobody go call for Yoruba land without say, okay, belongs to Tinubu, as it's a Tinubu product. Today, that's working against them. That is why when you ask that question, you are how we what's his name? Osinbajo going to convince people that, to me, it's one ticket, which is not going to fly anyway. Either way, they are not going anywhere. You understand? If Tinubu actually want to produce a president within that region, now he would have, if for no evil, betrayed his own son, Babatunde Fashola, because now the best potential candidate from that region be that. If all were to be well.
What do you mean that he betrayed him? What do you mean he betrayed him?
He's not the one that nominated him for the ministerial position. It's a no fact, no be him. So the people that understand the politics of the Northerners, the one behind and bring the man. That is a move that is working against that. As in, you can't even. I don't even know how to put this down to say the Yorubas how they will allow Tinubu to produce pretty much everyone at this crucial time, and they don't like him. So what game are they playing? Either way, they no go fly. As far as I'm concerned, they are distraction.
So what do you think will happen in APC?
APC? If the southern part, the man where they favor, the choosing one, the Aman and Dora, as they say.
Who is it? Who is the chosen one?
Yeah, the Aman and Dora now. Just the title I'm calling the Aman and Dora. That is
Rotimi Amechi.
Meaning the trusted one, the choosing one. In the southern part, but I still believe, as it stands today, 100% that presidency is not leaving the north.
Now let me just inform our viewers. If you want to join us, please, when you come into the studio, turn on your camera. I see some people, but I won't let you in unless your camera is on. That's an indication that you want to join us. Also, if you don't want to contribute, you can watch us on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. So we can leave the space in the studio for those who want to appear and contribute. Now, tell me how the presidency is going to remain in the north. Are you saying that through the PDP, because it looks like APC, that they are going to zone the presidency to the south?
I don't know why you guys are still position on this zoning.
No. Even if they don't call it that, but practically
it's not even in the conversation. No, at the end of the day, it's not consensus.
Yeah. For APC at least, yeah, we know that. So what do you think will happen? Tell me, let me know. Yeah.
What I think is going to happen that they will still leave it open as PDP is doing. Yeah. But for the fact that they are so strong in say, okay, in a consensus, we will have to wait till the president bring out the whoever that he's anointed, as he says, he has his own favorite. we have to wait for that person.
And
That's what I'm saying here. And if by any move or what, I used to believe that the party might just fall apart, but as it is now, I think it's too late.
So you are saying that the candidate for Buhari's candidate is Rotimi Amechi. If that should be the candidate, no. Let's use that as an example. If he becomes the candidate by consensus, what do you think will happen to Tinubu and his political machine?
Tinubu, they are no longer. I don't even know why we mentioned that. He's even himself knows he's out of the race.
How? How do you say that? Because I don't understand why people say that. What are you saying that other people are not saying? Why is he out of the race?
Tinubu is not even longer in control of it. What fashion is even in control in the party hierarchy, in the party first at this point? None. Who introduced Omishori as secretary position? Who cares? You are just a secretary. As a son, you're not secretary. Anything they give you now, you go tag and pass around. So and this man lost that party for the past 2 years since they come out my uncle, quote unquote now, Adam Oshimole. That is his beginning of his downfall. So at this point, people are just queuing around it because there's money to be spent and the man is ready to spend it. So anybody who is still rooting for him now is because the money is still there. But when the chips are down, when the right decision is to pick, not by consensus.
So what do you think will happen?
And the easiest way Buhari is even doing it is to offer them what they want. So you want to produce your governor of your state, Abi? Fine. You cannot be in control of your state and now you want to be in control of the center at the same time. That is how they get them making sure Adamu becomes the APC chairman. You know, if you produce your state chairman, you can't come and tell me say you have a say in the center. No, it doesn't work. Go and produce your state chairman. Fine. That's on you. Everybody should go. But this is mine.
Okay. Let's follow this line. This line.
Our people are so greedy. That is how you get them. And make sure they run around. He won't make sure say produce his successor. How you want to do him if you know agree?
So if at the end the consensus candidate is not Bola Tinubu and it's not Osinbajo, what do you think then will happen to the APC in the West?
Nothing will happen.
How would they win the election?
Who should win the election? But when a lot of them are sitting on their side, as I said, most of these people will use their successor. Even Bola Tinubu want to make sure the next governor of Lagos State still come from him. So all of them are vulnerable, even if you want to even see it directly, they are vulnerable. But me and you know, say when the men where they make decision, they are both these people that we are mentioning. But if you want to put it just the way we are seeing it, they are all vulnerable. All of them won't retain the power that they have control of their state. That's how they lost to the presidency positions at Damun. I see the same process go happen.
All right. Obvious, stand by. We have a new person joining us. Asada, welcome to the show. Please tell us where you're joining us from and what name you want us to call you. Hello. Okay. Looks like he's frozen. He can't hear us or something. But can you hear us? Okay. All right. So
our people, as I call them, the 17 clowns. I think that is, even though it's a kind of political move, but it's a very foolish one. How you will just come the demand? You have already exposed your weakness once you begin to demand. And that's exactly, as I said, all of them still want to have that control they're having now. Nobody wants to give it up. So that on its own, it don't finish. So whoever president chooses as his consensus, you no get choice.
So you think they will all support the candidate?
They don't have a choice. What choice do they have?
All right. So let's
against them at this point. Everything is against them. The Igbo, they don't tell them which you want. You want lead or you want leave. That is I don't even know why they actually take that move, because it's not a political move, but why did they choose that? I don't know. And up to today, they are still on that. So president within them is out of the equation. the same argument you can make against the Yorubas when the chips are down. You also flow that kind of movement. Where are you? Where's your loyalty? So
all right.
At the end of the day, all this we can't against them.
All right. Okay. We'll go to the PDP. It looks like some people join and they're scared. Ovia, you're making people afraid. They join, and when they hear you talk, they take the step up. Okay. All right. Let's go to the PDP side. What do you think is going to happen there?
It's over now. I mean, at this point, they're already rallying around their big brother already.
Cool. So how can I don't get you. How can they be coming around Atiku and
they are rally? They are doing the work for him already. They are going around forming consensus.
But you see P2B running for president, see Wike running for president. Are they not credible candidates?
Credible, okay. Look here, no, it's beyond. When it comes at that, me and you at that level, it is beyond credible for what? You are going there to serve some interest. Are you the person? You understand? We will not give somebody. You will not give control or custody of your property to someone you cannot predict his or move.
So you think they could not predict Wike's move?
Come on, Wike. So no, Wike is. I respect his also. I respect his move, but he said no. Now there are some people that know deep down they know go asking. But I respect his move. It will give him a bargaining power on the long run. As I said, I don't think he want to leave control of rivers to anybody. He go fight until.
All right. Ovia, hold on. Let's see. Maybe finally somebody wants to challenge you. Atiku. Oh, Abubakar. I almost called him Atiku. Abubakar. You're relaxed, and can you sit up a little bit, and if you want to join us and contribute. Abubakar, can you hear us? All right. It looks like Abubakar. Most people just so Ovia, let's continue because you have an interesting take on all this.
So yeah, I don't see Wike going anywhere. Wike no go. I mean, now it's open. Abi, let me see which position I go give Wike. I don't know. Okay, let's say obviously as it is now, I don't know how they will take convince Atiku to give it up. So they are working at the end of it when when Saraki led all their consensus, whatever. I think he told them from the beginning, we will go and meet our big brother. Babali said it, so they will go meet them. They go cut deals. At the end of the day, Atiku will see fly, and PDP will prefer Atiku to fly that ticket. So they will do everything too within their power to work to make sure Atiku fly the ticket.
So you think where will the PDP get the votes that they will need to win the presidency?
I don't see PDP winning the presidency now. I don't know how they want to win now. I don't see them winning the presidency.
So at the end, you believe that APC will still win?
Of course. So you think say all these things, all these so-called legacy, we boy don't say so we just abandon them for no. Come on, man. These people are smarter than that. So way smarter than that.
So what's the coalition that will keep APC in power if Tinubu is not the candidate and Osinbajo is not the candidate and Amaechi is not the candidate?
I think Amaechi has more chance than these two people you call. I don't even know why the Yorubas actually believe that the presidency will be ceded to them. I don't know.
If Amaechi is the candidate, how will Amaechi win? Where will they get the votes? Amaechi get it.
Machineries now, they're not in control of everything. They talk as if say everything like okay, 1 + 1 are 2. I mean, we all know how this thing works.
All right. I need to hear different viewpoints. So yeah, you are scaring me. George, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Where are you joining us from? And
Romania, actually. I'm joining you from Romania.
Romania. Oh, wow. Very good. Let me just see if Abubakar is ready to speak. Abubakar, are you ready to speak to us?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Nice to have you.
Yeah.
Where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm joining you from Nigeria, Kebbi State.
Kebbi State. Good. Yeah, we need to hear from people. All these people abroad, I don't trust them. I need to hear from them. tug-of-war in Nigeria. But let's, George, just let me come to you. So you see what's happening in Nigeria today. We're waiting for the vice president to finally, muster the courage and announce that he's running. But before he could do that, Rotimi Amechi joined in this race for president. What do you think will happen?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm very knowledgeable to the extent that my colleague or my brother here has been speaking. He has shown that he knows knows a lot about the happenings in Nigerian politics. But I feel that what is going on right now is very similar to what was going on in the previous election, the 2017 election, where all these politicians, they know these ambitions of theirs or this campaign they are establishing at this moment are going to be short-lived. They are like creating distractions. Amici is running. Osinbajo might declare. Wike wants to be president. All of them want to be president, but deep down within the party, they know who they want to present. It's like they are painting the opposition, trying to see who the opposition will present, and by then they will now decide. Oh, everybody will now fall back and line up behind somebody, and they'll push that person.
Okay, who do you think they are going to present at the end, based on your own assessment?
Okay, now they're in a dilemma because according to the Nigerian unwritten rule of leadership, we must have a Christian-Muslim ticket, and after a Christian, then a Muslim, after the North, then the South, then the West. So now we are in a position where the Southerners think, okay, it is their turn, quote unquote, whereas PDP has now embraced the meritocracy that they have been talking of for some time. That we want it based on meritocracy. They were not talking about meritocracy the last election cycle, but now they brought it up and they're like, we want meritocracy, which is for me it's just an envelope word for saying we have the possibility of presenting any candidate we want. We're not going to respect the zoning rules. We're not going to respect the kind of handshake agreement we've had until now. But meritocracy in Nigeria, I'm sorry to say, it's a lie. It's not. It doesn't translate to much. If we were practicing through meritocracy, how about the people in the House of Reps will not be there? But I think the PDP will still try to push Atiku because they believe their best chance of winning the presidency of Nigeria is with a face like that of Atiku. But APC can decide to present a candidate from the south, which will force their hand to choose Peter Obi. So it's still a game. They are still playing the same game they did last election cycle, where they try and see how, because of truth, it is about the party. It is not about ideas. These people are not very different one from another. They're not going to do something different. They are the same people from PDP that are still in APC. When it's not suiting them anymore, they move to the next place that they can find like comfortable seats. Like take the House of Reps members. They switch parties while occupying the seat. Like it's not a big deal to them. But it's about the party. How much money can, quote unquote, how much money can you bring in? Because these are accusations. I can't confirm them. How much money can the presidency bring in to push the party forward? Can they use to strengthen their party positions from local government, governorship, and the House of Reps and senators? So they're just going to play this game back and forth, try and push who they think is most likely to bring in the presidency to their party. And once they get that, you will see the governors will align, will jump from APC to PDP, the senators will do the same. APC is the one where it's sketchy. Somebody like Tinubu with all his money and all his influence, as we are led to believe, can decide to run on the APC ticket. But then my colleague here has been saying that Tinubu is not as popular as the media is creating the impression, or he's convincing people that he is. So then again, we're now stuck with, if Tinubu is not running, this is the problem, that if Tinubu is not running, APC does not have as much. APC becomes the party they used to be before 2015 if Tinubu doesn't run.
That's what I thought. But Judge, hold your thought. Let me see if John Abba, he joined us, if he's interested in contributing. John Abba, welcome to the show. John Abba, are you driving? Are you talking to us?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Okay, okay. You may be dangerous. Just keep going. And when you have
Yeah,
a chance
yeah.
to
When I
get
stop,
back.
yes.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Good. All right. So the point there are some comments here who people are saying that they disagree with this man that Tinubu will clinch a APC ticket.
Okay.
I can
I'm
bet
not
with my
saying
life.
that. I'm not saying Tinubu is not popular, of course, as it stands. Maybe now only Atiku go fit match out some person with popularity among all of them. But I am not basing my point on that. I am giving my point based on the fact that at that level of politics, it's not by election, but by selection.
Mm,
You understand?
mm,
And Tinubu on his own, he gets more power. That like being gets more veto power. So you don't give that such a person that can leadership.
mm.
He will screw everything up to his own favor. So they will not. So now what you go work against and be that? Not be by saying they popular, not they popular. No. Why is what's going to work against him? Against even inside the party, as I said, the man has lost the grip of the party about 2 years ago. So he tell me, say how you want to do him. And already because of the people where in don't even go after politically, which is a good move by the way, the likes of Rochimi and Rocha Okorocha, his own brother, Ogun State, that's Ibukule Amusu. You know, he went politically, which is a good move because now the people is going to give him a run for a money be that from the onset, but he was able to, take them out of the game. So do you think those people now will actually, they are still very much strong in the party? What's his name? Rochas Okorocha is a founding member, father, if you want to put it of the party. Any decision that is going to make the party, himself will sit down for table, just like as Tinubu is. So are you telling me now, knowing that he is the architect of their downfall, they will work for him within this party? No, they will work for their own interests too. They want to enjoy the kind of privilege they're enjoying now. And
Okay.
at the end of the thing, that's what is going to work against Tinubu too. If you want to leave, do you know what you are leaving behind or what you are going to miss going forward? You are vulnerable.
All right. Yeah. Hold on. Let's hear George. George has something to say.
Now, the thing is, winning the election is the goal. Winning the election 2023 is the ultimate objective. This ideology, I mean, it's idealistic when you present it like that, but we know that this thing is not how real life is. When they get in, they start doing anything they like. Once they've won the election, the same people that complained about so, that, oh, dude, choose us, we know how to solve this problem. They get in, they don't solve the problem. Things have actually gotten worse. But the idea when they were pushing integrity, loyalty, a former military general, they didn't care. I mean, it's just let's do this, we'll collect this thing from Jonathan. Once we are there, that's basically the goal of election the goal of the election
Your
cycle is
party
to
is
be
to win, but don't forget,
solve.
these people are in power, so they have everything at their advantage. So popularity is not their problem. You understand? The machinery that will do the job, that's the police, the military, the INEC, everybody, is not their problem. They don't get on their grip already. So in terms of popularity, so they will pick you and make you popular within 3 months just because they are in power. So that they don't have anything to worry about. Because Bola Tinubu is popular. No, that is not there at this point. They are not opposition and then they're in control of everything.
Okay, Ovie and George, hold on. Let's bring in Ralph. Just joined us. I think Ralph is from Bayelsa State, very close to Rotimi Amaechi's River State. Ralph, Rotimi is declared that he's running for president. Does that change the whole dynamics of this election? Are you happy? Let me first ask you, are you happy? Okay, Ralph is trying to figure out his system. Ralph, can you hear me? You may have to unmute yourself, Ralph. Okay, let's come back to
What's going on? Nobody. Okay, well, I already said nobody was able to jump, but
sorry, can you hear me now?
yes.
Okay, go ahead, Ralph.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay, I was getting echo. Sorry.
Okay, before when Ralph fixes his are you there? Can you hear me? You're muted, Ralph. George, where are you from? Do you mind telling us the state you're from in Nigeria? Okay.
I'm from Benue, Nigeria.
Benue State. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Benue, you don't have any candidate in this election.
We
So.
don't have any candidate.
All right.
Presidential level is not our issue at the moment.
We cannot buy the candidate with the how much 200 million he donates to.
Who is their candidate in Benue? Who?
That would have been the
We
popular
don't
candidate.
have candidates. I mean, I see Autumn is fraternizing with Wike, so I don't know. Maybe he wants to be deputy president when Wike goes forward.
Autumn, we can go in there and donate 200 million and everything settled.
All right. Let's get there. So many people joining us. So let's get the view of different people. Let's start with Raf. Raf, okay, go ahead. What's your take? Amechi is in, and the vice president is still marking time, and everybody's jumping in. What is your take on Amechi's presidency, his candidacy?
Okay. Well, before I give my take on Amechi, has he officially resigned as minister?
That's a different issue.
Well, we never know. I think by tomorrow we'll find out.
No, it's not. We never know. But I thought the law say I thought you're supposed to resign. You can't be holding minister and be. Anyway.
No, I think it's 30 days to their primaries. I think that's what. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right.
So,
that's good. That's always been Amechi's dream right from day one, when he was a speaker, to run for president. So it is good to see him finally get to this level. This is the culmination of all his being in politics since 1999. So yeah. So this is what it's been about, and well, let us see. Betri is throwing his heart into the ring. Finally, he's beating his master.
You think he's a strong candidate? Ralph, do you think he's a strong candidate?
It depends on our definition of strong. That's it's subjective because if you are an APC follower or an APC supporter, then yeah, and you are not from the northwestern side of things, you might not consider Amechi a strong candidate. But if you go by the Nigerian politics, the dedication to commitment, Amechi is technically a strong guy because he was, since 99, had said, I want to be president. I am willing to start from speaker to governor to minister and president. He had created a path and said, this is how I will get there. Is he my type of person? Hell no. But the man designed a path that this is how I will get there. And he stuck to that path.
All right.
So let's different ways.
Okay, let's go to Uchenna. Uchenna, tell us where you're joining us from and your own opinion on the topic.
Yeah, I'm joining from California. San Diego, California.
Okay, nice to welcome you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, to be sincere, I have lost hope in Nigeria. But with people like you and some few people, I gave up that idea. Now I'm kind of passionate about Nigeria. And that is why I kind of thought about any topic that has to do with Nigeria. That is why I joined. Basically, in the APC right now, we know Tinubu is the most powerful man there. Like my brother up there said, the one in black said he has stepped on so many toes. And there's this particular guy that he stepped on his toes called this guy from Alimosho. Can anybody help me with this guy from Alimosho?
No, I don't.
He's a very, very powerful guy in the APC too, even in Lagos State.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember this guy's name. He's an engineer, but that's by the way. And again, could you remember when a lot of people were traveling to London to talk to Tinubu? They were actually going there to tell him something else because I'm kind of close to people that are very close to the vice president, the president vice president, which is Osinbajo.
Yeah.
They were going there to tell this guy not to run, begging him just to endorse this guy. But Tinubu is bent on being the president, and he's going to do anything, and he has the money. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's bent on doing anything to be the president of Nigeria. And going by what this guy has done, no other candidate has done that. This guy has gone to the north. He has gone to almost everywhere, you know. And, you know, the northerners, going by what he did for them, without Tinubu, you know, Buhari wouldn't have been president. And they believe this is time for them to pay back. But even Buhari himself doesn't like Tinubu, from what I've heard.
Mm.
He wants Osinbajo to be the president. But this same Osinbajo is still like calming down and observing things because he doesn't want to step on Tinubu's toes. He's a Tinubu boy, you know. But believe you me, Osinbajo is one of the best candidates. Osinbajo, Peter Obi. If we can get someone like those guys, someone like Peter Obi or Osinbajo, at least we would have hope in Nigeria. Since the future generations are messing up, our generation are messing up. We are not playing with these people. We need to go in there. If we are really interested in getting into power, we need to play with these guys. We don't just come out one day and say we want to like contest for presidency when we haven't even done anything in our ward. We haven't done anything in our local governments. Let me even give us one more step. We haven't done anything in our House of Representatives, the one in the States. We haven't done anything, and we just want to go there and be president. Being president is not a joke. These people, they have like the last speaker said, Amechi, although he's not that powerful, but he has taken steps that has given him this credibility. I'm not talking in terms of what he has done. Just like, you know, before being a president, he has been in the House, he has been a senator, he has been this, he has been that. That is how you go. That is how you go.
Okay.
You don't just come out from anywhere.
Uche, let me pause you and hold on. We can come back to you. Let me go to Okija. I know he was interested in running for office, so he has done something in his local government. Let's hear his view. Ekene, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Good morning, wherever you are. I think, you know, we give credence or we promote these people like Tinubu by talking about them. And I think we should stop talking about people like that. I mean, the consensus here, you know, from the last discussion and today, you know, people tend to lean towards Peter Obi and Osinbajo. I don't know if there are some other good candidates out there. I think, you know, maybe we should spend more time talking about these people, talking about their policies, so that people don't hear about Tinubu. And when we talk about Tinubu, people like Tinubu, we talk them down.
Well, you can't.
But that's not
No.
not our job.
Yeah, I know it's not our job, but I mean, we are here to talk. But anyway, but I mean, somehow, because I think, you know, who said, I think it was it Trump, that a bad publicity is a good publicity, something like that, that effect. But I mean, like, if a free election would be held in Nigeria, people like Tinubu, who's gonna Tinubu will not win Lagos on the free and fair election. What we have to.
Hold on. What we want, let's reframe the original question, which was, we are hoping that the vice president is going to declare that he's running for president sometime next week. If he does that, how is he going to make the case that he should be voted in, the party should pick him instead of Bola Tinubu? That's the original question. So before you answer, Sam, Sam, can you find a position where you can, the light is good so that we can see you? I'm coming to you next. Okay, can I go ahead?
Yes, I haven't followed, but I think I've some. I've read something what he did in Lagos when he was Attorney General or something like that, and I've people have written, some people who are close to him or have worked with him. They've said that no one has ever said anything bad about what's his name, Osinbajo. So I think I've never met him. I don't know much about him, but I think he's based on what I read he did in Lagos when he was Attorney General. I think he is a credible candidate, And Tinubu, based on what Tinubu has done over his life, I mean, okay, Nadeko, yes, but I get that before the property, What he has done when he became governor, and how old is he? We don't even know. I mean, how we could have voted for someone who doesn't know how old he is? How can we vote for someone who has billion vans? I mean, how does he make his money? So Osinbajo has so many things over Tinubu. Tinubu is not like, I mean, in a sane society, people like Tinubu will not even come out to buy for any of it at all.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Sam. Sam, welcome to the show. Can you tell us where you're joining us from and your view on what we are talking about, the presidential election coming up and the candidates so far declared? What do you think? And Osinbajo and his chances of coming out as a candidate of APC? Can you hear me, Sam? Okay, Sam, you have to unmute yourself or okay, go ahead. Try again, Sam. All right, we can't hear you, Sam. You're still muted.
Let me say something again here.
Okay.
Politics is okay. The higher power do their selection, whatever. Now let's bring it down to the ordinary voters on the street. If there's anything that is let me say the southern media did so wrong and been doing so wrong for the past maybe 5 years now, is plain identity politics. Just, yes, the current president, who's happened to be of Fulani extraction, is doing woefully. I mean, whatever way you can bad, is not doing good at all. Doesn't not give you the audacity to just generalize everyone and calling them names pretty much day in, day out. These people, what they call Abokiso, this game, they are far ahead of everybody within that region. Thanks to radio, the advent of radio back in the days, all of their orders, when it comes to information, how even the world moves, they are far ahead. Now, if you pay attention to Hakeem Ahmed, for the past a year or two so, and he's been warning about this thing, what you guys are playing is dangerous. And even as we spend so much time within the southern social media and they criticize, they do all that, guess what these people are doing? They move from one community to another, encourage the young ones to actively join politics, they support the name. They go from one campus to the other. Even as we speak, they make them understand that narrative. Yes, they believe they will not be mumuna, not do this thing. And if they bring money, time don't come that we have to show them what we got and what we have. And if it comes to money to spend, we no get money rich. Some of the richest people in that part of the world are from that area. And what do you think they are doing with their money? So that narrative, even though they're not they put up on mainstream now, is going to play out heavily. It will be very difficult for them to cast their vote for any southerner come 2023.
Okay.
And that is why when I talk, say, the zone, if you want to go by zone, the northeast will still produce the next president. Both parties will feature their candidate from there, which is the Atiku. And the man that I keep talking about, everybody, they laugh, which has not declared yet. Now, that same state, Adama will produce the next president.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Disagree.
Okay, hold on, Raf. Let's hear from.
So anyway,
okay. Let's hear from Sam first. Sam, welcome to the show. Can you hear me? Sam, you're still muted. Okay, hold on, Sam. Let's see. Okay, try to. Okay, go ahead, Sam.
Okay, yeah. You can hear me now.
Yeah. Where are you, and where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Lagos, Shomolu.
Okay, Lagos. Yeah, I like to hear from people in Nigeria. Okay, so what is going on in Lagos? Did you guys hear that Amechi is running for president?
Amechi.
Yeah.
I want to use that money for security for train to run for election. Eh? Serious, oh. And people are not seeing it. For real. Seriously.
What are they not seeing? Explain to us.
No, for real. When the whole saga happened, the train issue and everything happened that day, I was watching channels. The way channels was dropping the news one by one. They actually programmed it well. You understand? After they show us victim and all that, they show us Army coming, do their own. Later, they show Amechi started crying that because of the money that was not released, that was the reason why that was happening actually. But even if they do that security, terrorists still attack. No. So all they want to do is just to whack money. And they keep on whacking this money. And we, don't let me lie to you, doctor. Now we go suffer them. And now we they put for debts every time. And they keep on borrowing all this old cargo. And they will soon die. And we will be the one next. And we'll be the one fighting to pay debt. And I don't see any reason why we should be voting for anybody that is old. And let me tell you one story today. And I believe everybody that is here like this now that I can see, they are in their mid-30s or above their 30s. When I was born, it was Buhari that was there. That was 85, 86, right? Now, I'm 36 now. Buhari is still there. Tell me what's my own future here now? No future, nothing.
Now, let me ask you, people around you, what do they think about the candidacy of the vice president, which is not yet declared? Do you think that
that man cannot go anywhere? That man cannot go anywhere. Don't let me lie to you.
So
I don't see that one as a president.
Who is the candidate that you think should go somewhere or can go somewhere?
We can see people like Showore alike. I think we have young people. I think we have people in their 40s. Not all these our politicians. Someone different. We don't want APC. We don't want PDP. We don't want anybody that is actually corrupt.
Let me ask you, how many people are like you, or how many people do you meet that are thinking the way you are thinking?
I think
because that's what matters. Because at the end,
most people around me, are like that.
So, why doesn't that reflect during the election, on election day, when the results are being announced? Why don't we see the sign?
Do you think we do election here, doctor? We don't do election here.
Okay, I know there are issues in the election itself, but are you saying that people like you go out there to vote and it's not reflected in the results, or that people like you don't end up not going to vote?
Okay, let me give you one example. The last election, House of Rep, there were two major candidates. There's APC and there's PDP. But the society, this community, they like the PDP guy. The PDP guy won the APC guy, knocked the guy out.
Okay.
Before you know, they went to the PDP guy, bribed him, took in the APC guy. They ran the election twice. And the guy beat the APC guys 2 times. House of Rep. So tell me, what's the election there? The people mandate did not actually reflect. It was Tinubu mandate that actually reflects.
Okay. All right. Let me keep you there. Just stand by. Let me come back to Uchenna. So Uchenna, now listening to someone like Sam, and this is someone on the ground, and the kind of sentiments that he has. What do you think? What do you think is go back to? I want you to go back to what will happen probably next week. Shibajo coming out to declare. How do you think that will change things? Or do you think it will change anything?
Well, it's going to change a lot. And I would encourage him to come out. Because looking at the whole people we have on ground right now, nobody can stand him. In actual fact, And before I go ahead, I want to correct something. Election in Nigeria is going to count this time. We shouldn't discourage people from getting their PVC by saying that.
I have mine already.
Yes, we should encourage people to get their PVC. If you think election is not going to count, these people will be doing whatever they have to do to encourage you to go and vote. Just get it. And remember, election, the PVC is electronic now. So the vote is likely going to count.
Likely, you said.
I'm telling you. The reason why I said likely, I'm thinking about some kind of electronic problems, internet, IT things. You know, this is going to be the first time that they are going to go like that. There will still be some issues. That was why I said likely going to count. But we shouldn't use that narrative to discourage people from getting their PVC.
But
we shouldn't say votes don't count in
I'm not telling you.
It happened way back.
Well, see what I'm telling you now.
It might not.
If you can hear what I'm telling you.
Way back.
Hold on,
but believe you me, this time, the votes are gonna count. So let's just encourage people to get their PVC.
But
going back to the question,
if we are going to rely on PDP and APC to produce a candidate.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get to. Before
basically, that's what we have to do because we don't have any other party that can overshadow these guys.
Let me finish my question. Then, don't you think that the most important vote is the vote at the primary ground, not necessarily the general vote?
Not the general one.
These two people will produce like mind. Either way, no go make our life better. That's the fact.
Okay, Uche, I wanted to point that out that there is, before the people vote, the parties have to select the candidate, and whether it's consensus or by votes, at the end.
Against third party.
That is true. You're actually that is
dream. That is a dream that is too late to achieve.
Yeah, that is
So that's a long-term dream. If
okay,
okay.
Can I say something based on that? Actually, the elections are the main election is the party election right now, and when you look at all these candidates, even in their parties, they have people that are not loyal to them. I mean, they can still go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Then they can. That was why I said they can still do whatever they have to do. But then that gives us that opportunity to join parties, to encourage the younger ones to go into one of these parties and become delegates. You know, that is going to be in the next election. It's too late right now.
Okay. All right.
There's nothing that is too late right now.
If comes out, is going to give Tinubu a run for his money. Trust me.
You see what they are doing in Castina.
Don't stop talking about Tinubu.
Giving JMC, giving a jeep to village chiefs.
Zamfara State. Let's hear from George. Let's hear from George. Go ahead.
I agree with my brother who is laying on his cushion there. Yeah, both count in Nigeria. Both do count. The only reason people hustle this hard, they bribe, they buy all this mark infrastructure. Look at the money they spend in election year and the money they spend during difference is bullion vans and all that. So both do count. I agree with him. But the politics of Nigeria is that of elimination. Before the election, the decision has been made. We are running with the worst case scenario at the election. They've eliminated, like we have to choose between two deep devils. I'm sorry to use that word. I'm not being insensitive, but they put us in a hard place between the devil and the deep blue sea, you know. So that's how the election is run. It's not an aspirational thing where we are trying to choose the best candidate. We are trying to choose the least worst candidate. So we have Buhari and Atiku, you know. So either you go with Buhari and after knowing how he has treated Nigeria for some time, or you go. None of them are what you want to choose, you know. But you don't have options. The only place that this thing doesn't work is maybe somewhere like Anambra, where the Abgar successfully wins elections there. I mean, APC and PDP are children party in that state.
Okay, thank you, George. George, thank you so much. What I will do now is I'll go around and get you guys to tell me what's keeping you up at night about Nigeria, because we have to change the topic and talk about Anambra State and what happened this week, especially with the destruction of a local government by some unknown gunmen. So let me start from you, Ovie. What's keeping you up at night when you think about Nigeria today?
The fact that the young people of Nigeria, worldwide, not just those that live in Nigeria, are lazy, politically speaking. Not that we are not industrious, smart, gifted individually, but collectively, what can we produce? Can we even produce a senator? Can we produce a governor? But that's where the problem and solution lies. The young people of Nigeria.
Wait, Ovie, don't speak like this. Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello is a young man. He should be in his
produced No, it was produced by the elite. The control us. So when as I play for us not to be able to come together, organize. Kwame Ture say, if you organize little, you get little done. If you organize much, you get much done. If you don't organize at all, nothing is going to get done. And that's what keeps me up awake every night. When are we going to realize that will take us coming together for us to change the narrative, change anything we want? And the fear of those people sitting at home, right? It's not that they are scared of anything, but for the fact that for the first time in a long time, we have people who can actually come together based on one ideology. That scares the leadership of any country. So seeing the people coming together, either in peace, in harmony, or in destruction, it is not something the power wants anywhere in the world.
All right. Thank you. I'll come back
together.
We'll come back to you on the other topic. Raf, what's keeping you up at night?
Listening to conversations like this sometimes because it always makes me laugh. I don't lie, my brother. Look, there's too many misconceptions that we have. I mean, the way I've written in the comments on YouTube how Osinbajo is always deemed there's a certain standard that we use for people like Osinbajo, and then other people are considered corrupt. Meanwhile, you can't separate him from Tinubu's corruption. So I'm like, I don't know, but it doesn't keep me up at night because me, I like to sleep, so I will sleep. I don't keep myself up at night for Nigeria. No, but at the end of the day, I just wish people will. I think my brother in California had mentioned some points. I agree with some points, not all points from anybody. Some. I wish people will realize that there's multiple ways. It's not one. Nothing is one option only. There's multiple. And I live in New York. I participate in voting here. I'm not going to come vote in Nigeria. No, you're not going to kill me if I come. So I'm not coming. But there's multiple ways. It starts with the little things. It's not always, we always think Nigeria has to be the big thing, and that's one thing that kills us. The little things. You can start by changing your local government. You can start by changing your councillor. I think we always dream too big, and I think that's what killed my brother Ovie. Ovie always talk about big movement, big.
No.
Wait, Ovie, you talk since nobody disturb you. Wait, make I talk. Wait. You don't talk your own since, so make I talk. Yeah, I think we can always focus on the little things and we change, because everybody always say young people. Who are the young people? If in 2008, I had a fight with my Ijaw Youth Council president when we were at the Isaac Borough, Atakaboro celebrations in New Jersey, and I was like, why do we have 45-year-old people calling themselves leader of Ijaw Youth movement? Why do we 40, almost 50-year-old is the leader of youth movement for Ijaw nation? That's nonsense. You're old people. How can we not have young youth? Like in the ANC movement in South Africa, had primary school children were being taught about their movement And that's how you are leading people. You are training them. Civil rights movement was reaching out to kids and we're teaching them. Black Panther Party had something like that, where they were reaching out to kids. If you want to teach youth, you go to real youth. Stop wasting language saying we are talking to young people. You're teaching old people. You can't teach your grandmother how to eat boiled egg. Stop lying. So when we are saying we want young people, then go to young people. If you want old people, then go to old people. Pick which one you want to go and stay in that lane. We waste time in Nigeria, and then we come at election time, we start crying, corrupt. And my friend, vote for corrupt people, and then we die there with them. We choose, pick the sword you want to die by and die by it. So me, I'm not going to. I sleep well at night. I can't die for Nigeria anymore.
Thank you so much.
Oh, one quick thing, doctor, because I always forget every time I come here. May I go listen to my podcast, White Label American Podcast. I need more listeners. May I go subscribe.
All right.
Give me money too. And support doctor to give doctor money. I only give doctor money.
Thank you. Can I go ahead?
Okay. Ralph, when I go to sleep because I always have a busy day, the next day. So I try to get my sleep. I don't think much about Nigeria because it's infuriating. But I want to go back to what Sam, the one in Shomolu, is it?
Yeah,
in Lagos.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, when I turned 18 in Nigeria, that was in the 90s, and I went to register to vote. There was exercise to voter registration. I went there, and there was no voter's card. So I asked the man in charge. He said, "Oh, they don't have voter's card. We should get out of here." I was like, what? What do you mean? The government paid for it. I want to get it. I'm old enough to vote. You said it. So I picked up stone. This is a true story. I picked up stone. I said, I'm gonna stone you today. Some other guys, about 3 other guys, they picked up stone. So he started begging. He said that, make I tell you to come on. So that the local government chairman took all the voters' card that we should go to his house. So we took up stone. We went to the local government chairman's house, but there was a policeman there. So he cocked his gun to shoot us. So we ran away. So why I say this, the youth in Nigeria, it's your country. You have to play a part. You have to make effort to make things work. We are talking about, during the election, you will see low turnout in the south, high turnout in the north. Then the south, they keep complaining. I think the last election, it was about, I can't remember, but the north was above, almost about 50 million or so, something like that. The south was about 20-something million.
Almost 30 million.
Yeah. So you guys, you southern young people, you tweet, you do, go Instagram, make up time and defend your vote. Your ward, go there, make sure it's counted. Get your card and make sure stay there, make sure it's counted. Even if it doesn't count anyway, make sure yours count. So that's what I'm gonna say. There are about people that say we have two parties. No, we don't have two parties. The thing is that progressive in Nigeria, we haven't been able to come together. They have tried it in so many ways, where people, their opposite position, they come together and present an alternative. We haven't done it in Nigeria. I think they have done it in Malawi. They have done it in some other countries. Come out, if it doesn't have to be PDP and whatever, which one is the APC. If they then let the other candidates come out, you say, Papa, they don't have money. No, they have, when they have people, you have people. When you have people, you have money. I mean, could you imagine, a candidate, for instance, of Showore comes out and say, okay, people who support me. If you're in Kanu, just give them, in this age and time, things are easy. You can, send out your, a soft copy of your post or whatever. Someone in Kanu can go to a printer with his own money, pay for the poster, and put it all over Kanu.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to George. George, what's keeping you up at night?
Yeah. What's keeping me up is exactly what my brother with the white T-shirt has said. The part where, the desensitization of responsibility, nobody feels responsible for anything. It's not our problem. And I know it's kind of hypocritical because I'm already abroad and I'm talking about Nigerians in Nigeria with their problems or with Nigerian problems. But the truth is, You can feel it when you come online on Twitter, on Facebook, you read the news, you see the way people talk about the issues in Nigeria. Like, it's not our country. Like, anything can happen and somebody else's issue to deal with. Today, people were attacked in, not today, well, when the train attack happened, people on the internet are just going about their day like, well, it's not nothing happened. Like, nothing. No, it's not, nobody is responsible for anything. We just want to jolly around and say it go better. You know, like where they say everything are just cruise and inshallah. That's how we are running the whole thing, just cruise and inshallah. For me, I look at it, I have to go back one day. I have to return. Is this what am I going to be doing every, like, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life here. If I have to return, what am I going back to? How do I contribute my own quarter? I mean, one person might not change if they want to try dictatorship. One person might not change the entire country, but in my own small space, what am I responsible for? How do I take ownership of the space that I am as a Nigerian in Nigeria?
All right. Thank you. Let's go to Uche. Uche, what's keeping you up at night?
Wow. A lot of things keeps me up. Number one is the people that I left back home. I still have a lot of family members back home that are not finding things easy. And I have friends that we grew up together. You know, when you see them now, they look like 25 years older than me. My major concern, with the major things that really keeps me up is how the common man is going to be able to feed themselves. Because trust me, there is hunger in that land. And what can we do? I do my little quota, you know. Sometimes when I wake up, the kind of messages I get on my phone, but how many people can you help? You know, things like that are the things that are keeping me up. And that is why I changed my idea of losing hope in Nigeria. Because if I lose hope, who's going to fight for these people? The common man on the streets trying to make ends meet. It is people like us that can fight for them. And I want to use this opportunity to promote a movement that is being organized by my pastor, Pastor Itwa Igodalo. It's called Nigeria Leadership Series. What is actually out for is to help people like us, people that don't have a say, and you have the idea to get into politics. Young people, we need people like that. I'm gonna maybe after the program, I'm gonna send you a message and we can talk about it because I love platform like this. Please, we shouldn't lose hope in Nigeria. If we the elites, the youth of tomorrow lose hope in Nigeria, then Nigeria is finished. So we should try and do our little quota. If you have a friend that is credible, encourage them to get into politics. If we keep running away from these things, you know, it's going to be difficult for us to make a change in Nigeria. The change we desire is in our hands, is in the hands of the youth, not these old fools. But before then, there are still good ones among these old fools too. You know, we can't just go there one day and say we want to change. You know, we can't just go there one day and say we want to change Nigeria. We still have to go through the process. So,
all right. Thank you so much. We'll take a little break, and then we'll come back and talk about the situation in Anambra State.
So that we
It's
can
very
create a
important for the
livable and
nation.
prosperous homeland for our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren unborn. This is not a time to make long speeches. But all I can tell on the Anambra is that we are resolved, total resolve, to stamp out criminality from this land. And with God on our side, Anambra people are irrepressible. We will never yield ground to the criminals. We will take back our land. Thank you very much.
All right. So that is the new governor of Anambra State. He came in and people had high expectations on what he could accomplish. He decided that the first thing he would do is to deal with the issue of insecurity in the state, and that put him in conflict with some elements in the state. One, he wanted to stop the sit at home. And if you watch the whole video, you see where he talked about how he tried to offer a way out. And some elements in the Biafran struggle rejected any effort to stop the sit at home. So 2 days ago, a local government council, Aguata, where the governor comes from, was set on fire. So that's the reaction of the governor. He basically is saying that they are going to go out there and find the people that he called criminals who are responsible for that. So I want to get your viewpoint. The situation is being read by other people to say that if we don't take care of what's happening in the states, it could, the southeast, not just Anambra State, will become another northeast or even northwest. So I want to get your view on this. I don't know, apart from Ekene, most of you may not be from Anambra State, but it's something that I think has national implications. So let me start with you over here. What is I'm hoping that you are following or you know what's going on in the states. What is your take on Anambra State and the issue of sit at home and the continuing trial of Nnamdi Kanu?
Well, that of Nnamdi Kanu, I would be surprised if they release him before the election. That's just my own personal observation. I don't think he's coming out of that place before 2023. But I'll be surprised if it happens. So the shenanigan trials and whatever will continue as long as they can drag it. Then that of the insecurity in the southeast, seeing if he has a potential to be that of northeast. Yes, it has every indication. There's money in Anambra State in particular, who has a lot of billionaires. I'm not saying they are the one responsible, but what you are seeing, there's money involved. That is why the enterprise, as I see at this point, is thriving. If there's no money involved, would have been him. I don't envy Soludo at this point because he will succeed in calming things down, but it's not just going to happen overnight. So why? Because I want to believe he's the people's president, he's the people's choice. Other than, unlike his counterpart in Imo, who was pretty much imposed on them. So that of Soludo is okay, quote unquote. If you say the vote counts, they actually come out and support him. So if we keep driving the narrative of wanting to change things to the 21st century, as he keep saying, the people have to work with him, and I think they are ready to work with him. So that means if he's able to establish that solidly, that means whoever is like the IPOB or the non-government, that means you are not just fighting the government, you are fighting the people. So on the long run, the people will win. And I don't expect, or I don't see the current administration at that level either going to intervene because you decide to harm yourself, economically or whatever within your own people. So be it. So I think that's the game they are playing. So the onus is upon the people to look towards the future. On the long run, who is going to win, who is going to gain. So it's I don't envy him at all at this point.
All right, Raf. There's someone, Dominic Andros, is saying that we should be careful by saying that it's Biafran struggle, IPOB that are behind the insecurity in the east. That they are just criminals, and if you listen to the governor, he called them criminals. But also we know that there are some elements in the Biafra movement who are saying that they, even up to the point of basically acknowledging that they are responsible, that they are going to show the governor that he doesn't have control of what's going on. Raf, what's your take?
Yeah, one thing that I believe is that we have what some people have been asking for, a man who is not caught out of the cloth that our, let's say, majority of our leaders in power is caught out of, and the progress that we expect him to bring to the table is not just going to happen just like that. There's going to be challenges. and we are beginning to see the challenges. And now the question is, how are we willing to accept or work with the challenges? Are we going to be willing to give him room to deal with the challenges? Are we going to be are we going to make room for him to allow any setbacks that happen? Because there are people who are 100% going to be like, hey, I'm a IPOB supporter. There cannot be anything bad that comes from IPOB or whichever group you support. I believe that people should have the right to express themselves. However, if you cross into criminality, then the state can, there's consequences to actions. So if you've been asking for a Soludo type of person to come into power, and he comes into power and he's trying to do what's right, and then you are still trying to sabotage him, then he has the right to respond. So when he responds, do you now say he is the same as others, or do you now say he is my brother? Let him succeed. Which side do you get to be on? So I think that's the question people need to be willing to ask themselves, and you choose which side you're on, because everybody is going to have to. We all act like we all want certain type of people to be in power. We need these people to lead Nigeria or our states, and then when they come into power, we act like there won't be challenges. Not everybody will accept you. People will attack, and we are seeing that attack happening in real time. It doesn't matter if you're APGA, it doesn't matter which other party you come from, whichever state you take over, there's going to be challenges, and that's what we are seeing. So how he's dealing with it, there's going to be time to use brute force. You have to break the stick, and Soludo, we have to do what he has to do.
All right, thank you. I know you're from Anambra State. What are you hearing from home, and what do you think is the solution? Some people are saying that he was doing too much too quickly, and that there are better solutions to the problem than what he's choosing to do.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, I pity Soludo. He's in a precarious situation. But I tend to think he thought about, didn't he think about these things, before he went in for, to be governor? I mean, when he started, when he was running for governor, I believe he should have thought about this and try to bring people together to find out, solutions. Because to be honest with you, I think this is deeper than just a Nnamdi Kanu issue. Because what I'm thinking right now is that even if Nnamdi is released, this is not going to end. That's the way I see it. Some people, they, Igbo people, they say that when things are not right, some people tend to take advantage of it. So I think it's going to continue once some people, they've seen that they can make money and they can impose fear. Some people are, they are demented, they are like, something is wrong with them. So maybe, they like violence, they like things like that. So I'm not sure. But again, Soludo, he is trying to work to free Nnamdi Kanu, but who is he working with? Working with the northern, Buhari and some elements and the Fulani Hausa elements that have so much hatred against Ndibo. Are they going to play ball? Look at what Buhari said the other day, that no political. He was just saying that there was no political solution. That the court will have to determine. I mean, like all over the world, things. Even if Kanu was involved in violence, actual killing people, all over the world there were people like who were like that. Even the FARC in Colombia, whatever, in Spain, the separatists in Spain. But then they worked out a political solution so that they'll become in the land. I think that's why I said it's the difficult situation, because you have to with the promises he is making to Ndibo and IPOB and those people who have sympathy for IPOB. He's not going to deliver. He's not going to deliver. So, but I don't think that force will solve the issue. I think it has to be something that a coordinated effort with IPOB And because I believe the IPOB, they know people who are doing this. That's what I'm thinking. Probably they know. Coordination with IPOB, religious leaders in Anambra, traditional rulers, talk to these people, keep talking to them. And because, and another Igbo proverb says that, like, it's kind of, like when you put snail in the fire, it starts, spitting out things, it thinks that, it's quenching the fire, but it doesn't know that, it's cleaning itself. So, because all this it will affect Anambra State. The economy is going to dwindle. People have stopped coming to trade in on nature market. People only trading on Monday to Tuesday to Sunday. So it's going to affect the whole everything. So this has to be conveyed by religious leaders. They have to really get really involved. The bishops and whatever, the pastors. Stop. Let them, for instance, have a unity service or whatever. 1 week unity service in Anambra, big people, just calm down. Why we probably if things calm down, maybe the federal government will rethink its position and probably try to find a political solution. But I don't think the things coming out from Soludo's mouth that it will not help the situation. It should just calm down and rethink the whole things and yeah.
All right. I wanted to switch the topic a little bit. John, I'm coming to you, John, because we have this video I want to share from Governor of Benue State talking about insecurity in Nigeria, and another one from Danjuma. It's an old video, but I wanted to get the view of people from the middle belt, John and George. Okay, so let's watch a little bit of that video.
Terrorists who are Fulani bandits from Niger, from Mali, from all these things, they will come and take over the villa. They will go to government houses and take over. Mark my word, just like what happened in Afghanistan will happen here if Mr. President doesn't rise up. What can Mr. President say 7 years running that PDP did? PDP left 190 or thereabout naira per dollar. How much was petrol sold? How much was the economy? How many industries did we have? How many, we only heard about Boko Haram in the Northeast. Today it is everywhere. It is in Benue. Every day they are killing in Benue. They are killing in the North Central. Several states in the North Central. Nobody is going to farm. Even me, I cannot go to farm. Even when I was attacked, I could not be given the privilege of having justice. I was told that security men arrested 13 Fulani and 1 Juku man and 1 thief man, and today they have freed those Fulani men. The people that are prosecuting is the thief man and the Juku man, who is a fisherman, and the thief boy is my own cousin. Where I went, he was with me when I was being shot at. He could have been killed too. And so this is the level of injustice that is happening. You talk about justice, you talk about corruption.
All right, George, that's your governor, Samuel Autumn, talking about insecurity, especially in Benue State, and it's something that we sometimes forget. If you're not from that particular area, you look away, but it's a serious thing. Almost every day there are killings going on there. What is your take about how to stop this?
What he has said is absolutely, because I have folks in Niger State too, and Boko Haram or the bandits have gotten there. I know friends from Kaduna, and basically Abuja Kaduna road is a death trap, not the road itself. There are people who are staying there and kidnapping people and shooting at people and killing people. So yeah, the whole terrorism and banditry has spread and is spreading downwards towards the south and west of Nigeria. What is tragic about it is just the complete absence of justice, the complete absence of consequence, and the complete absence of justice. So you have something like this go on, nobody is willing to get involved. For the people who are the victims, at least, let us say, okay, we sympathize or we have some form of justice for the people who are victims. There is none. The people who have done this or perpetrated this kind of actions are not brought to book. There's no sense that they will be pursued. There is a sense of impunity, in my opinion, on the part of these folks who are willing to commit this kind of act. They are running around doing whatever they want to do because they are sure that nothing will happen. Like, everybody wants to talk about, oh, we employ technology, we'll do surveillance. In many parts of the world, nobody's actively catching criminals while they are committing the crime. The promise of the law is that no matter how long it takes, no matter the effort it requires, they will catch you eventually. And that's why people stay away from crime. Crime is easy to do. Nobody here is running around pulling anybody on their shoulder. It's easy to do, but the truth here is that eventually they will catch you. If they take them 1 month, 1 year, they will catch you, and that's how justice is dished out. But in Nigeria, it's like a promise. Nothing will happen, so why don't you go ahead and do what you want to do? Because nothing is going to. And it's frightening because many of the people that they attack, they are like the people that don't even know where the next police station is. Farmers, fishermen, the people that can't really, that they are just pure victims. They are helpless. You attack these people, you destroy their farm. This is how Nigeria is really fed. The people that are farming, the people that are fishing, the people that are doing all this menial trade, transporting goods from one part of the country to another. While these other people are in Lagos and in Abuja, the real workforce of Nigeria are being attacked daily and basically wiped out, either by poverty or by banditry, and everybody seems to look the other way. Not my problem yet. That same point of responsibility. Nobody wants to be responsible for anything.
Yeah. All right. George, I have to stop you there. Let me come to John Abba. John Abba, I know you are from I don't know the state, but let's listen to
every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Wow. Now, Janaba, that's Theophilus Danjuma, basically giving up on hope that the military could control the situation. What is your take? I know you are from Plateau State. I hope it's right. Are you from Plateau State?
No, you're wrong.
Where are you from?
I'm from Benue.
Benue. Another Benue. Okay, I know it's that area. Okay, but what's your take on the situation? It's the same thing across Benue, Plateau, and Nasarawa, everywhere.
Okay, now I'll quickly go to the point. First of all, Otum is a hypocrite. That man, he lied through his teeth. He done nothing for the past years. He never paid the state workers. So he have killed more Benue people than the bandit. When you don't pay people and the federal government give you the allocation, you are a killer because people cannot maintain their health. They die of whatever the disease or the sickness or even hunger. So for Otum to always trying to be a vice president, it's a political game. He's playing the same thing like Peter Obi played that time that he said that he left so much money, he was not going with security, he's saving money for the people. And when he left the office, nothing was left in the account. So they are all political career is based on lying to people and people buy it. Otum have not paid Benue people for months, if not years. So how does it justify the killing of bandits? I'm not justifying the bandits should kill, but he could have done his own part by empowering his people. So before the bandits even come, they already die of hunger. I don't see that as anything than playing. Okay, he's standing out for the party. He switched party to win election. He didn't switch himself. He's still the same Otu. He's still the same belief of whatever he called God, Christian, no Christian. These are hypocrites. The only prayer I have for Nigeria as I wrap up is that we all continue to share and hope that the thing will catch fire one day. Let me tell you as I wrap up, we are not ready for any election. Anybody going back now, because I was unable to contribute when you are talking about the coming election, the general election. There is no election in Nigeria. I'm not discouraging people. The cabals, what we call cabal, I'm used to politics. I know Nigeria very well. I go Nigeria. I know all the things. I grew up in Medogri, and I know what I'm talking about. So there is no election in Nigeria. I mean, PBC, whatever you are calling it, it's okay for people to get and then buy them and all of that. But when the cabal have made up, if Osinbajo will be a good stooge, that will pick him. If he's not going to be a good stooge to the cabal, when he's going to kick against them, sell them, if they know him, they will not pick it. Anyone that a leader is not a person that the people choose, not in Nigeria. It doesn't happen like that in Nigerian election. So we are still working on Dr. Damiji's show. So we all continue to spread the good news that people should come out, people should make their voice, people should push against the wrongdoing and speak truth to the power, hoping that as we continue to spread this good news, at least one day, become a Martin Luther King dream, that one day we're all going to sit down and say, okay, this is Nigeria we dream about. But at this current thing, whether it's the former governor of Lagos State, what do you call Tinubu, if they think Tinubu will be a good stooge, they will pick him. The cabals have that capacity to do that. If not, the cabal, when they know that they calculated the party that Buhari will become the leader, and they say APC was the voice. Maybe they navigated it and he became the APC guy and he won the election. So that is all about it. Nothing keeps me awake about Nigeria. I have brothers and sisters in Nigeria. I pray for them. Themselves cannot even help themselves. They are no different from any other person. I have invested so much million, they chop my money. May God help them.
Jonathan, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, God.
Kanuru Banimia.
Jonathan,
Kanuru Banimia.
What do you say?
Say Kanuri Banimia. Kanajin Kanuri.
Fanuma.
Now what?
Clever.
All right. Sanu Deiki.
That's a Kanuri language.
Oh, Kanuri. Okay.
We'll be meeting on the show. Sam, you guys are good. All of you are wonderful. And Dr. Damages, I'm in the warehouse now working so hard to ship to Nigeria. It's very difficult. The Danjuma that talk is Danjuma Danjuma is a good guy. He's talking from the military, whatever. He has millions in his account. It's a shipping line that he has a cabal in general. I cannot even use it. My car go to Nigeria, they will vandalize it, or it's a 5-star. Its own is 5-star. So that is what I do. So God will keep us. Danjuma that is talking, that general that is firing people, talking about everybody. You cannot dare shape anything through his shipping line. He has a shipping line. It's a 5-star. So all of Nigeria, we're all in God's hand. Whatever you God believe in God, as I leave the stage for you guys, we keep working so hard. And thank you. We'll meet again. God bless.
All right. Thank you so much, Jonaba. Thank you. George, I wanted to hear from you in terms of what Jonaba is saying. He was very critical of Governor Autumn, and that the governor has not done his part, and he's complaining about the federal government and insecurity in the state. So I want to hear your view about that, and also about Danjuma, because we know that Danjuma had a role to play in what Nigeria is today, if not a major role, and he once confessed that he was given oil block by Sani Abacha, which he sold for $1.something billion dollars, and after paying taxes, he had almost he said $500 million. He didn't know what to do, and he didn't want his kids to be fighting over this money. So he gave out. He started a foundation, and so I want to know what you think about Danjuma. He's from the Middle Belt, and now he's at the receiving end of the country that he helped to put in this situation.
So yeah, historically, I don't know a lot about Mr. Danjuma. But like he said, Mr. Abba said, I agree with him. As a governor, I'm starting from the point from the issue of autumn. As a governor, what is the receipt? What has he done? What you understand? I'm not trying to like cut people down, but it's a very convenient position to point the finger at somebody else. And the way Nigeria is structured, there's always somebody else to point the finger to. It's either the president is pointing to the military staff is pointing to the president, the governor is pointing up, this one is pointing. Everybody is like a hot potato, they have to pass it around to somebody. But the one that is within their power, they've not done. They change political parties at convenience, which one suits you, which one is the one that you think will benefit you. You change that. That time you are not seeing any problem. The moment responsibility comes knocking at your door, then you start pointing finger. You start telling people that, oh, well, the president is aware. The military is biased, so on and so forth. But the part that is your role, the one that is your role, like he said, they have not been paying salaries. They've not been paying salaries. If you as the governor of a state are not paying salaries, you are essentially ensuring that criminality is basically going to increase in that state. People that were going to work, doing one thing, doing this to make ends meet, they don't have that source anymore. They have to find a new way to do it. They're either moving out of the state or they're going to engage in criminal activity. So yeah, as a governor, I don't know what he has done. He has been the governor for a while, but I can't point finger to what he has done. About the man with the oil well, we thank God. That's how Nigerian money used to move. Through oil well, through contracts that nobody can describe. I'm sorry, it's only my TTV can see now. I'll turn on the light later. Through oil well, through contracts that nobody can see. But then they have to do the thing. Like when we started this whole conversation earlier, a guy from Lagos said when he was 17, that Buhari was the president. Now Buhari is the president. How Nigeria managed to do this kind of battle, I do not understand. It's the same thing. These are the guys that when Nigeria was fruitful, they ate massively from the cake and did not contribute anything. So coming back now, it's ironic. It's coming back now to come and complain. It's like a father. You have grown your children, finished, then you are complaining that they are bad children. Whose fault is it?
All right. Thank you so much, George. We're rounding up. We have less than 5 minutes. So when you look at the security situation in the country and you listen to someone like Danjuma, what does that say to you?
To be honest with you, I get confused. When things happen in Nigeria, because some people have framed it to be like the Fulanis are trying to take over, and then these Fulanis are also killing killing Muslims, also just killing everybody, bombing indiscriminately or whatever, doing the things indiscriminately. So I'm not sure I don't know what to say about Nigeria, the insecurity. If someone, say that, that there's an agenda by Fulani, Buhari and his clique and whatever. What kind of agenda is this? They don't have plan. It's not that, they are developing the North, it's not even that he's developing his own state. So I am thinking that, somehow that, because things are the way they are. I think the things are the way they are because some people are making money out of this. That's what I can think of. So I don't think it is a coordinated plan by a clique or ethnic group, to take over, in cahoots with the government to take over other people's land. So it's just that I don't know, to be honest, just Nigeria is in disarray. Nigeria is a failed state. So the train. I heard that the train, the kidnapping that happened in Kaduna, that they were warned. There was security, information that things were going to happen, and eventually, nothing was done. It happened. So I to be honest with you, Nigeria confuses me. So I don't know what to say.
All right, thank you so much. We're running up now, so I'll come to you, Raf and Ovie. But let me get someone just joined us. Sam Ngudo Ezatukulu, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Damages.
I know. I don't have to ask you where you are. You are here in New York with us. We've been talking about several things. I don't know how much you listen to the conversation, but I want you to weigh in on the state of the country today.
Well, come to think of it, the one that give me most concern is about the things happening in Anambra.
Okay.
And I spent about a month there in November. No, not November, sorry, in January. And that Monday sit at home is it's mind-boggling, and it's going to devastate that state. And I don't see any leadership trying to address the issue. Now I heard about, as of yesterday, some people that were arrested in the forest, 85 or 75% from neighboring states, almost all of them from neighboring states. Then my issue is what the people from Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Imo State, why are they coming to destroy Anambra to enforce sit at home? I tell people, follow the money. Who is paying them? Who is paying them? If you follow the money, you'll be able to find out the source of that anarchy. It's quite unfortunate that Nigeria, I'm a lover of Nigeria. I've spent a lot of time there, a lot of money there, and I don't like what I see right now.
Let me ask you. The governor took some steps. He set up a committee. I think he called it the Conciliation Committee that had Charlie Boy, had Bianca Ojukwu, and several other people trying to make peace with different people. Do you think there are better ways that he could have done that?
Yes. I don't know the qualification that Bianca has to be part of Reconciliation Committee. However, my issue is all these people that were arrested, and that almost all of them from out of state. Are you sure somebody is not planting seed of discord in Southeast? I don't believe that somebody from Ebonyi or Enugu State, all those street people that were coming there shooting up people, I do not believe that somebody is sponsoring them. We have to find a way to follow the money. Who is paying them, and who is paying them?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let's go to Raf. Raf, we're rounding up. We have like 3 minutes left. So, what is a general summation of what we've been discussing today?
Thank you, Dr. Damages. I'll be quick. So, 2 points. Like my brother who just spoke earlier said, follow the money. And my brother who spoke before him said, whoever is benefiting from the situation, there's someone who stands to benefit. And if you are benefiting from the situation, why would you want the situation changed? That's what I tell people when people complain about, when people say, the system is this, system is that. I'm like, if you want the system changed, you have to look at who does the change affect. That is who you need to target. If you're going to preach to somebody about, we need a political movement, we need a political change, we need whatever, you need to look at who is it affecting first? Who are the people, or who is the person? And when you start from there, you can make your diagram down, and then you can make your outreach. And it's like the best example I can give is when people always talk about electricity in Nigeria, and then you always hear somebody say, "But the generator sellers, the mafia of the generator sellers." Sometimes a few people talk about it, some people don't talk about it, and they say, "Oh, those are the people that don't ever want electricity improved in the country, because if you import generators into the country, why would you ever want generators to? Why would you ever want electricity to be in the country, right? You don't ever want it to improve because you keep importing generators." So there's always someone in benefiting from a system, from a scenario. And like my brother just spoke about Anambra, I don't have any proof, I don't have the details, but if you follow the money, that's why our journalism is important. If you have investigative journalists who are doing the job, support them, and you follow it. It's not easy. There's no easy solutions. You can't get solutions in one day. If you get the right people into the office, give them time to work. That's all I have. Please check out my podcast, White Label American.
Sorry, I know we are running out of time, but I just want to chime this in as quickly as possible. I know that argument about the mafia of generator sellers. It's fine. It's a good argument, and I'm not saying
I didn't say that. I'm not saying that. I'll just give an example. I didn't say it must. It is the only
Nigerian power generation is a problem that is maintained because of the continuous investment that will continue going into that sector. You have to keep the problem so that you can ask government for money next year to build a new grid, to maintain the grid, to repair the grid.
That is, like I said, who benefits? Like I said, who benefits from the wastage? Is a wastage of funds. Who benefits? If there's a benefit of wastage of funds, it's not only the generator sellers. That was just one example out of all. So,
all right.
Like
so,
so please, to my Anambra, sorry, Rudolph, to my Anambra, I don't think that follow the money. That me. No, follow the money. I think like we say in Igbo land, there are some people who are benefiting, like because of the chaos. They rob people, they kidnap people, using this thing. So they want this situation to continue. So I think that's the people are causing this. Not that someone is making money, by like one particular man or whatever is making money from because other people are staying at home. So I think just that is security. Some people are making money by robbing people, doing some other criminalities. That's what's happening.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Also, everybody who watch this video, click the like button. Also, click like button. It helps.
Yes.
Share it,
please.
All right, I have to leave now. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you have to. Yeah. Ovia, I'll give you the last word. Maybe Sam will respond. But Sam, do you have anything to say to some of the comments they made about?
Yes. When I say follow the money, those guys that are running around shooting people, somebody is paying them. Where is that fund coming? Because I don't see that many kidnap and ransom people requesting for ransom. Somebody is paying them.
No. So no, they are. People are being kidnapped. No, actually, people are being kidnapped. To be honest with you, I know people are being kidnapped.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
we have
what I'm saying, somebody is trying to destabilize Southeast, because telling me that almost 100% of the people arrested in Anambra are from neighboring states. What message are you sending?
No, bro, I don't want to get into this situation, but I'm gonna say something. Maybe it's controversial. It might be controversial. There are so many people from Abakaliki, although they are part of the Ebonyi state in Anambra State, that are unemployed. They were Okada riders. Then when there was a time Anambra tried to stop Okada riders, and the criminalities increased. People were being robbed and things like that. So they have to look into that. There are so many unemployed people from Ebonyi and then who stayed in Anambra, and that's part of the problem. I'm not saying that they should be shut away, but I'm just you're highlighting the issue.
All right. Let's. We have to give the final word to Ovie. Ovie, I want you to, in less than a minute. We're out of time. Somebody sent a comment that I wanted you to talk about. That we are wasting. That we're the problem of Nigeria. All of us who are abroad, and we're just criticizing Nigeria. So while you sum up, can you answer this question, please?
It's sad because he's generalizing it, which is very wrong of him. First of all, me particularly, I'm not proud that I have to leave my loved ones, travel thousands of miles, cross the Atlantic Ocean to be able to earn a living and live the life that I want. I'm not proud of that. That is not what I want for my kids or my neighbor or my enemy. No. My dream is to be in my village or so, able to live the life that I want, able to earn that I want. That's my dream. So, not be everybody with their Americas here or they abroad, they see I'm saying anything. Two, it's also direct response to Raphael that just left, talking about starting small. Not be everybody you could accuse. I, in particular, am very interested in who either become councillor and who represent my ward in Ososo Akukpedo local government. And time with that number, I put my money where my mouth is. I am very interested in politics. It's even unfortunate that the local government election are just again, just going to happen 2 weeks from now. Other than that, nationally, I have a foundation called Frederick Agbaje Foundation. What do? I make sure we take track and feed back to the school, mostly rural villages. I identify schools from the north, south, west, and every part of the country. From time to time, I pay them monthly just to go back, exactly to go back to the primary schools and teach and coach if they can. So not be everybody just say they come here, they give opinion that is useless or doesn't know or more invested than in Nigeria that you are talking about. I always brag that I am more on ground in Nigeria than most people I come in contact with because I know what is going on. I also put my money there, not just investing there, also empower people. That's what the foundation is about. If I encourage you to go there, click on it and see what we are about. You can also join for. So that generalization in diaspora and then be the problem, it's very wrong. After all, now in diaspora be the second highest contributor to the Nigeria economy, apart from the oil. I want to put it that way. So it's a very long notion that we don't involve. Not be everybody. I am politically, I'm very interested. I'm involved, not just as I said. So just because we are not on ground to come and fight or do whatever doesn't mean we just glorify and happy what is happening in our comfort zone as well. No, I don't care how America is the greatest nation on earth, whether I like it or not. But guess what? I'd rather be in my village. They flex. So no.
All right. Ovie, thank you so much. We have to stop it here. I want to thank everybody that joined us today. Ovie, it's always nice to see you. George, thank you so much. Ekene, I appreciate your time. And so many other people who are not here with us at this point. Just to let you know that we are going to have another Have Your Say on Wednesday at 6 p.m. That will be based on the topic will be something about life abroad for most Nigerians who live outside of Nigeria. Anybody can join from anywhere in the world. So we thank you for joining us, and hopefully we see you again on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
That is section 36, because our criminal justice system is the Anglo-Saxon based criminal justice system. It is accusatory. It is not inquisitory. What does this mean? It means that it is the innocence of a person and not his guilt that is presumed. It is different from